Hey everybody, welcome back to Mel's Board Game Room. So I'm actually hosting a game day today, and as a treat we have Chris from Hyena Games who is here because we're going to play Unscrewed, which is about to hit Kickstarter on the July 30th.
That's right. On
July 30th. So this is actually the completed final product.
Sample, yeah. So a couple things might change, but it's pretty representative of the final thing.
Perfect. So yeah, so this is, if you buy the game, which you should buy the game, I've played it already and it's a lot of fun. This is what it will look like. So we're going to go through teach real quick. So Chris is going to teach us the game, and then we're going to do a playthrough and actually play the game because it plays fairly quick.
Yeah.
And it's a programming game. But I'll leave it to that when we'll all learn together and we'll show the pieces and what we do as we play. So yeah, no, this is exciting. Okay, so Chris, how do we play the game?
Yeah, thank you. So the game's called Unscrewed. It's a 90s cartoon-inspired battle royale game. We're all playing as cartoon characters who have a show on the same network, and because of budget cuts, they can't afford to keep all of us on the air, so they're pitting us against each other in a fight to the death to see who gets canceled, basically. So to start, everybody's going to choose one character that they're going to play as. There are 5 available characters. We have Freddy Frady, Mosquito, Slappy, the Mad Cow, and Dr. Piddles. They do all have special abilities. Really quickly, I'll just summarize. Dr. Piddles is an evil, scheming poodle who's trying to occupy a certain space at the end of the turn. Freddy Frady is a cowardly monster who's trying to hide from all the other players. Mosquito is an angry, middle-aged bug who's trying to attack all the other players. Slappy is a terrifying, lovable creature who's choosing one player to be his friend and terrorizing them. And the Mad Cow is an agent of chaos that's all about embracing randomness and messing up his own programmed actions.
That's who I played last time, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's a very popular character.
Yeah, it was fun.
So we just grab one?
Yeah, pick whoever you like to look up.
Slappy.
I think I want to be Mosquito this time. You know, it's summer. It's thematic. Oops, my sleeves are going to be a problem.
That's okay.
So just to kind of show you guys just the player board. It's super cool. All right. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. I'll choose the Mad Cow.
Alright.
Okay, so I'll be Dr. Piddles. Alright, so everybody's going to get a stack of cards here. I'll pass these out to each player. Freddy gets that. Mo's right there. Mad Cow gets this stuff. And Slappy gets this stuff. We also each get an acrylic standee that represents our character. These are double-sided, so we have
They're gorgeous.
a nice butt side for each character. So I'll get this guy. Freddy over here.
And then Mosquito.
Slappy. Perfect. Okay, so first things first, we have to choose who the first player is, and that's whoever calls dibs first.
I vote dibs you. Since you've played and we can see what you do.
Sure. Okay, I will reluctantly accept dibs.
You've been dibs told.
So once we figured out the first player, the next thing to do would be to spawn him on the map. Normally, you get to choose which map you want to play in. The game comes with 4 double-sided maps by default, so there's 8 options. I'm just going to go with this one because I think this is a nice, silly, chaotic one that shows off a few of the different hazards that will show up in the game.
Perfect.
But there are different hazards on the other boards, so there's still something fun to look forward to if you pick up the game.
So lots of replayability. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the hope. So we're going to have to spawn ourselves in. The rules for spawning are that we're going to go in dibs order, which means starting with me and proceeding clockwise. And you're going to pick any blank space that is not adjacent to another player. And adjacent always includes diagonals in this game. So for example, if I were already there and Mel had to spawn in next, she wouldn't be allowed to go there because that's adjacent to me.
Perfect.
Really quickly, I'll go over what the different space types are on the board so you have a little bit of context as to where you should go. Oil is slippery. If your character steps onto oil, they're going to slide an extra space in the same direction they were moving. Walls are impassable. If you try to go into a wall, you just bump against it and you don't go anywhere.
Okay.
On all sides?
On all sides, exactly. The frogs are bomb spitters. If you step onto one of them, they're going to spit a bomb out of their mouth in the direction their mouth is pointing, a number of spaces equal to a roll on the die. So let's say I were to stand there, I would roll the die, I got a 1, that kind of sucks for me actually. I'd grab a bomb, it would come out one space, and then we would deal with bombs. I'll get into how those work a little bit later. Basically they blow up, and if you're next to them when they blow up, they throw you 2 spaces directly away from them.
The components are so amazing.
Those are the bomb spitters. Lastly are the fans. So there is a phase at the end of every round called the aftermath, which is where a sequence of events occur the same every time, so you kind of know what to expect. One of those things is when we check for bombs to explode. Another is for fans. If, when a fan activates, you're anywhere in front of its blades, it pushes you 1 space away. and if you're anywhere behind it, it pulls you one space towards it. Exactly. If at any time you step into a fan, not just during the aftermath, you die. So your character gets removed from the board. And then we take these blood splatter tokens and we put one on every space in front of the fan until we get to the edge of the map.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And the blood is exactly the same as the oil. If
It's
you
slippery.
step on it, you slide. Exactly.
And that's by landing on one of them.
Yes, if you step into a fan, you get sprayed out.
These are like industrial fans.
Yes, yeah. Any questions about those spaces?
No, it's great.
Okay, the last majorly important thing about the game that you should always have in the back of your mind is that at the end of every round, the board gets smaller and smaller. Ooh. So once we've finished our turns for the round, we're going to grab the largest of these rings that we've yet to already place down, and it's going to come down just like that so that it covers the outermost ring of spaces. If you're standing there when a ring comes down, you're dead.
Die.
And in all subsequent rounds, this is now the new edge of the map, so walking into it will kill you as well. And I didn't mention that before, but when there are no rings placed, the edges of the cliff here will kill you if you walk off.
Because it's a cliff, you fall off. Okay.
Exactly, yeah.
I kind of like we're playing this game in Acme because it has like an Acme theme.
Yeah, it's a little surreal, actually. I feel like I'm having a dream. Okay, so if that's all clear, then I think we can spawn in. I'm going to go ahead and spawn myself in first. I'm just going to go right there.
Perfect. I will spawn away from you over here.
Perfect.
I'm going to go here.
Perfect.
I'm going to go stand by Mel.
Why? I feel targeted. And this is an elimination game, right?
It is. There are ways to come back to life, which I'll go over in a little bit here. But yeah, for the most part, it's last one standing wins the game.
Perfect.
And yeah, if you die, you shouldn't be out that long.
No, it's a quick game.
Okay, so now we can get into the normal phase structure because the game is ready to start. So, this is a programmed action game. If you've played games like Robo Rally or Colt Express, it'll be pretty familiar. Basically, we all have a hand of 6 action cards. The action cards are the ones with these little blue and yellow thought bubbles on the back of them. We all have the same 6 action cards, and we'll always have these 6 to work with every round. These are the actions that we're going to program into our schemes at the start of every round. So what I mean by that is that simultaneously, we're going to pick 3 actions that we want to do in the order we want to do them in, and we're going to lay them face down in the thought bubble slots on our board in the order just like that. And then once we've all done that, we're locked in, we'll go in a circle, resolving them and seeing what everyone did, and we'll watch it play out on the board.
And do we do 1 card and then a round?
Exactly. Each person does 1, then each person does 2, then each person does 3.
Nice.
I'll go over the actions really quick. There are 4 compass directions, north, east, south, and west. Very easy. These move your character 1 space towards the corresponding sign. So if you were to take the south action, for example, your character would move this way because that's the side that the south side
I do love that the directions are nice, big, and clear to see. You still might mess it up, but...
Yeah. Somebody always does once. Next up is Improvise. This is an action that allows you to draw 1 card from the improv deck. The improv deck consists of attack cards, which you can aim to try to disrupt the other players with, and surprise cards, which are just like a chaotic event that does something and then gets discarded. No matter what you draw, you'll have to use it right away. You can't hold on to them, and you don't know what you're going to get, so use with caution.
So good and bad in there.
Yes, there is a lot of bad in there.
Okay. But no, and
there's also good. Yeah, contextually good. You could just miss. So. And then again is the last of our action cards, and it just repeats whatever came immediately before it in your scheme. Right. So if you did a north action, and then an improvise action, and then an again, you're effectively improvising again. Okay. So we're just about good to start. The last 2 things I need to go over are the quirks and the character gimmicks. So each character has a special ability, which is their gimmick. That's what it's called. It's essentially a goal and a reward. The goal is a condition you're trying to satisfy. The reward is the effect you get to do every time you satisfy your goal. Some of the characters will also have an extra bit on their card in an orange box, which just provides an extra part to the effect to make it all run smoothly. Mm-hmm. So I'll go in a circle really quick and I'll explain what everybody does. Mel, you're playing as Mo.
Yeah.
Your goal is to victimize a thingamajig with an attack from the improv deck. Victimize just means hit with an attack, so there are attacks in here that you can get. Mm-hmm. And a thingamajig is anything that stands upright on the board, so a character, a bomb, or an anvil. Perfect. So Mel has to hit one of these standing things with an attack from the improv deck. The reward she gets for doing so is that she has her own special follow-up attack on the back of the card.
This over.
Exactly. Called Moz Fly Swatter, and it's like a 1-2 punch combo you get to do every time you get an attack.
Nice.
Freddy Frady is all about hiding from the other players. So your goal is to end the aftermath, which is that time when the fans activate and the board shrinks. So at the end of the board shrinking, you want to have no other players adjacent to you. And if you do, you get to flip your gimmick over. As long as your gimmick is flipped over, you get to treat every space on the map like it's blank. So that means you can walk through walls, you don't slide on oil,
nice.
fans can't kill you or move you.
Nice.
For better or worse, you can't interact with those things.
Okay.
But if at the end of an aftermath, while the card is flipped, somebody does end up next to you, you have to flip it back. So try not to be inside of a wall or a fan.
Yes.
The Mad Cow is all about embracing randomness. So in this game, there's a status condition, we'll call it, that can happen to you, usually as the result of an attack called being confused. It's like a question mark icon with the swirling stars around it. And what that means is that when you get confused normally, you take the next face-down card from your scheme that you haven't yet performed, shuffle it back into your hand, and then put a new one down at random.
Random, yeah.
So usually you get your action messed up, and it's often terrible. The Mad Cow can choose to do that to himself on purpose every turn. So when it comes to your turn to flip a card, you can choose to confuse yourself first.
Okay.
Every time you do so, you're going to hold on to a whole token. It's just going to sit in front of you. And your goal is to be alive at the end of the aftermath. So if you're still alive after the board shrinks, congratulations, you did it.
You did it.
The reward is that for all the holes that you've accrued that round, you get to spend them for spins on the Wheel of Chaos, which is the backside of your card, and it lets you do a bunch of crazy random effects. So if you don't confuse yourself at all, even though you survive, you won't have any holes to spend. So you want to make sure that you're achieving a healthy balance there. Slappy is all about choosing one person to be his friend and chasing them around. Anytime Slappy moves directly towards his friend, diagonally or orthogonally, so like in an actual straight line,
Right.
he has to move an extra space. That's even if somebody pushes you or you slide towards them or whatever, any kind of movement. Your goal is to push your friend, which I don't think I've defined this yet, but a push is when one thingamajig walks into another thingamajig's space.
It just
pushes
shoves
them
the
just
other
like
one.
that. Yeah. So that's Slappy's goal, is to push his friend. When Slappy does push his friend moves 2 additional spaces.
Oh, so you can shove them off.
That's the reward.
Right.
For doing so yeah. And if your friend
Nice.
dies, you have to choose a new living player to be your friend.
Nice. I think,
We're here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you were here, right?
Just like that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry for messing that up.
Perfect, no worries.
And I'm playing as Dr. Piddles. At the beginning of every scheming phase, which is when we lay our cards face down, I'm going to put this fuzzy dog bed token in any space that I want. This doesn't actually do anything. It's just showing you which space that I chose. It's going to sit there just like that. And my goal is to be in that space at the end of the aftermath. So, again, after the map shrinks. If I am there at that time, I get to take one of these Master Plan cards, which are special to Dr. Piddles,
Nice.
and put one in any slot on my scheme, and it's going to stay there permanently for the rest of the game. For the rest of the game, when I get to that step during the execution phase, I don't have to plan here. I can
You
choose
can
any
just
action.
choose once you get there. That's
Exactly.
nice.
And if I get all 3 of these out in the same game, I win, even if there are still other players left alive.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
don't let me get all 3 of them.
How do we
Okay.
prevent that?
Just shove them off
Just
the...
rather than
shove
getting
them
you
off.
off.
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
good
Push them out of the
prevention.
space.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Like, oftentimes you won't need to do anything. It's more like a battle against the environment that I'm going to be engaged in. You won't even need to worry about me oftentimes, but...
He'll just fall off on his own.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, any questions about the character abilities?
Now, each round, do we get all the cards back?
Yes, you'll
Okay.
always have those 6 to work with.
Perfect.
The last thing is the quirk deck. So at the start of
Yes.
every round, before we scheme, we're each going to gain a quirk off the top of the deck. These are just game-altering abilities that provide good or bad things to us depending on what they say. They're all pretty self-explanatory. Just know that you get a new one every round.
Okay.
Okay.
And is it like one that's immediate effect, or we choose to play it?
They're all
or-
different.
Okay.
Okay. They'll stay at the top of your board, face
Oh,
up,
okay,
so they're
right.
all
It shows
public.
right there.
Exactly,
Okay.
but they'll say when they take effect. Some of them are immediately, some of them are recurring. Yeah, that kind of thing. So, since we're at the start of the first round, we have to gain quirks. The way that
Yes.
works is that the dibs player, which is me for this round, gets to look at the top 2 and choose which one to keep and discard the other one face up.
Okay.
Everyone else, while I'm choosing, can just draw the top one off the deck, and they gain whatever that is.
And we put that on there.
Exactly.
Should I be
Perfect.
choosing a friend?
You should. Thank you. Sorry, I missed that.
Who's your friend?
Well, I was gonna choose Kayla because I'm closer, but she wants to be alone, so she's just gonna run for me all the time. So Nell, you're gonna be my friend.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry. So I get a quirk
You
off
do,
the
yes.
start as well.
Everybody does. So, you already got yours. Perfect. And then you get one as well. And again, they just go face up at the top of your board here above these quirk slots.
Okay. Okay, so this is just something you can do. That's interesting.
Yeah, that one is a you can do. Some of them are not.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
they're all different. Yeah, just show mine is pump the brakes. So I can, before you resolve an action, you may flip a coin.
Flip a coin and call it.
And if you win, you don't have to resolve the action. So if my goal or my programming is messing up because somebody messed with it, or myself. I guess that's a way of avoiding something I've done.
Exactly.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, good.
Yeah. What did you get?
I got the jackhammer. So after you stop moving, put a black hole on every space that I exited.
Yeah. The black holes are a hazard that sit on the board. If you stop moving on a hole, you die.
You fall. Can you walk through it?
If you have enough movement in the one turn, you can.
Right.
So, like, just doing a north action, for example, is not
would
enough.
fall.
You would fall
Okay.
in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then
I got snowball, so after I move, flip a coin?
yeah, sorry. So the little knotted up arrow icon is stumble, which means move in a random direction by rolling the die. So some effects will cause you to do that.
Okay.
And when that happens, you get to flip a coin and call it. And if you lose the flip, you have to stumble again.
Stumble again.
And
Okay.
that is self-feeding, so you could keep losing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And you roll the dice because the dice has directions on
Exactly.
it as well.
The numbers correspond to the different
Oh
signs.
my. Okay, that is cool.
And I have brain damage. So when I gain this, I put an action for my hand under it. When I lose this, I return the
Brain
action. How do I lose brain damage?
There are varying effects that will say you can discard a quirk for, yeah.
So there's...
I'll just show the art for that one really quick. There's a lot of influence from 90s cartoons like Ren and Stimpy.
The artwork is really fun. That's super cool. Okay. Perfect. So then we set our...
Yeah, so now we're good to scheme. Really quickly, I got pogo stick. When I do a northeast, south, or west action, I can move 2 spaces, skipping the first. So effectively, I can hop over a space when I move.
Oh, okay, cool.
And yeah, so now we're in scheming. So everyone can lay their actions down. I'm going to choose which space I want my plan token to end up in. I think I'm going to choose the space I'm already in, so we'll see if I can get back there.
This is just slippy,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. Oil is slippery.
Well, let's see if I can do my program the way I want it. Yeah, the artwork is super cool. I love the box.
Thank you. Yeah, the artist is based out of Vancouver, actually. He's works at an animation studio called Titmouse. So
Oh, nice.
he's gotten to do a lot of cartoon stuff, so it's right up his
Yeah.
right in his wheelhouse.
All right. So we all got our...
Yeah, I think we're all good. So, the beginning of the execution phase. Once again, we go in dibs order. We're all going to do our first action. So I'm going to go first and go west. I step on this bomb spitter, which means I have to roll the die to see how far a bomb goes. I got a 1, just like was predicted at the very beginning when I was explaining. So a bomb ends up right in front of me, just like that.
Does the number on the bombs make any difference?
The bomb is the order that... Sorry, the number is the order they explode in.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, because they explode right in the end. Okay, and then with the bomb, like, is it like the radius?
Yes, yeah, directly
So don't be
around
near
you.
a bomb at the end.
Yes.
Oh, good to know. Okay, I am going west as well. So I'm going over here.
Okay. I'm going south. Over here.
And your jackhammer leaves a hole just like that.
That's right. It's a good thing you didn't pick her as a friend.
I am heading west as well.
Heading west,
So
joining
most of them will be on the front.
So you roll for a
So I roll
bomb?
for a bomb.
4. 1, 2, 3. The bomb slides on the oil, and then 4 right there. So that's another thing I should mention. All thingamajigs interact with the map in the same way. So
Okay.
fans will also push bombs, and bombs can set off bomb spitters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if you run in a bomb?
You push it.
Oh, okay, you push it.
Yeah.
It doesn't explode.
No,
till,
they don't
okay.
blow up till the end of the round.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm going east. And because I'm going towards my friend, I go one more.
You have to be going directly towards. So your friend would have to be in
okay.
this same line.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not there.
Okay, so then I'm doing my second action, which is in east. I'm just going to move east, just like that.
Oh, back into your little dog bed. Okay, I am going south. So I'm going here, landing on the bomb spitter. 3. And it's a 2.
And this one's pointing diagonally, so it's going to go 1, 2, just like that.
You just can't escape them.
Going east.
Okay, I'll throw another hole down there for you.
Thank you.
Which, I mean, it's cool you have these holes,
just
but
avoid
then
that
you have
side.
holes all around you.
But as Freddy, if she's able to last around and avoid us, she could start ignoring them next turn.
Oh,
so that
that's
would be really
right.
powerful.
You could just be on a hole.
Okay.
Improv.
Doing some chaos.
Improvise. Perfect. So go ahead and draw that card. So there are two types you can get: an attack card or a surprise card. Which one did you get? You mind if I see for a second?
You tell me.
Yeah, so that's a surprise card. So you can tell because of the artwork on the card. Any card with full artwork like that in that deck is a surprise card. If it were an attack card, it would have a blueprint grid with a series of symbols on it.
Oh, okay.
So with a surprise card, you just do what it says, and then you discard it.
Well, all bombs explode.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So, because there are multiple bombs on the board, we do them in numerical order. If there is something adjacent to a bomb when it blows up, that thing is thrown 2 spaces directly away. So nothing is adjacent to bomb 1, so it blows up and does nothing.
Okay.
Slappy is adjacent to bomb 2 diagonally, so it blows up and throws him diagonally. 1, slide on the oil, and then he would go 2, but the wall prevents him.
Okay.
And that bomb is gone, and there's nothing next to 3, so it blows up and goes away.
Okay.
I thought there was going to be little scatters of blood
I know.
everywhere.
Slappy all over the place. And then me.
It's the 90s. They're very
Yes, that's
resilient.
Yeah.
So I'm going north. So I'm still not.
No, you have to be in the same exact line. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going south, so I just bump into the wall and don't go anywhere.
Oh, clever.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, nice. Okay, I did an improv.
Go for it.
So let's have a look what I got. So I got an attack one.
Exactly. I'll just hold this up really quick.
Yeah.
So the attacks have this blueprint grid looking thing on them. The white arrow represents the space that your character is currently standing in. Sorry, I'm just
Okay.
going to get it without some glare there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the white arrow is the space your character is currently standing in. The symbols are the spaces you're targeting relative to that. So the first step when you gain an attack is to aim it in one of the 4 cardinal directions, and then to physically rotate the card to point that way.
Right.
That's important because the white arrow is the aim direction, so you'll be targeting...
So if I go this way.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you'd be targeting those 3... You'd be
Yeah.
targeting these 3 spaces. Any thingamajigs in a target space becomes a victim of it.
Yeah.
And then you do as much of the text as possible with the black arrows representing the direction that they're actually pointing.
Okay.
So with this attack, anyone you hit would be moved 2 spaces that way.
Yeah.
And you would be moved 1 space that way.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sounds good. So you're going to hit the cow. He's going to go 1, 2, just like that. And you're going to blast yourself back 1, just like that.
Okay.
And that's that attack.
There we go.
Now, since you victimized the thingamajig, you've satisfied your goal, so you get
That's
to do
right.
your follow-up attack.
I can do my fly swatter.
And it's the exact same rules. You aim it in one of the directions and do what it says.
Okay, so then I'll go this way.
Okay. So you would move 1, and there won't be anybody there to hit. But
No.
since you stepped on a bomb spitter,
I spit a bomb.
exactly.
And then that's 2
And this
to
is
do.
fly swatter there.
Bomb
We just
number
grabbed
1.
the lowest numbered one, and,
And
that
then
goes
would
out.
go over here.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, and then that's reset now.
Exactly. Yeah. Every
Okay.
time you hit with an attack, you can do it again.
Okay.
I'm going to improvise as well.
Oh my, the mayhem.
So it's saying I can move diagonally?
If something makes you move
Oh, okay.
diagonally, yeah.
So all players, something 1 space.
All players shift 1 space, so that symbol means shift, which means we choose a direction to move, and it can be diagonal.
Oh, we choose.
Yes. And so when multiple players have to move at the same time, we do so in dibs order. So I get to go first.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shift into the wall so that I stay
So
in my
that
thing.
you can stay on your bed. Okay, I'm gonna shift this way,
Freddie.
I'll shift this way.
and then you leave a hole.
Can I shift 1 space north?
Yep. Just like that.
Yep.
And then slappy.
You can't look at your cards again.
You can, yeah, you can.
Forget already what I did.
Yeah, you can always look at what you have in your scheme.
Okay, I'm gonna shift this way.
Sounds good.
So when I shift, I don't go an extra.
You would if it's your friend, yeah.
Oh man, so she totally is.
Yeah, so you end up right there.
Hey, Carla.
Yeah, any movement of any kind. Like if somebody else pushed you towards your friend, you'd go extra. Okay, yep, that was that surprise. So now we move on
Alright.
to your action.
Oh wait, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to confuse myself.
Sounds good. So you get this hole to hold on to.
Okay, so now this gets shuffled in.
Exactly.
And I draw one at random.
Something will come.
Oh, because then you don't know what you're doing now. Oh, that's so
I don't know
crazy.
what I'm doing.
Do you ever? No.
Some days. Some days it feels like it.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. All right. We are moving
Going
north.
So you step on the bomb spitter again. So
Oh,
you get
come
to roll
on.
that.
2.
2. So it comes out and it pushes Slappy onto the oil and makes Slappy
Slip
slide
and
to right
slide.
there.
Okay.
Sorry, Slappy.
All right. Oh no, I'm right next to a bomb now.
So am I. Going south.
Okay.
All right, and then that's all of our actions. So now
Yeah.
we get to the aftermath. So the order that things happen in the aftermath is fans first. So we're going to check all the fans. This one is going to push Slappy 1 just like that. This one is going to pull Freddy just like that. This one is not seeing anything, so it's not going to do anything.
Right.
Next, we check bombs. So bombs explode in numerical order potentially. We check them in numerical order. If there are any thingamajigs adjacent to a bomb when it's checked, it blows up. Otherwise, it doesn't. So if a bomb is not going to affect anything, it won't blow up.
So if bomb 1, it's going to blow up bomb 2?
It'll throw bomb 2.
Oh, okay.
So here's what's going to happen. We blow up bomb 1.
Yeah.
And it's going to move Slappy diagonally 1, 2, just like that. Freddy is actually not in the way there, so Slappy goes 1, 2, and unfortunately falls
Slappy
right.
fell in a hole.
I died.
Yes, the bomb threw you onto the hole. And technically there's actually a hole there because the fan pulled you out of that space. So
Yeah.
and then bomb 2 is thrown 2 spaces like this, 1, 2, and since it passed over a bomb spitter, we have to actually spit out another bomb.
Oh, the bomb can trigger a bomb spitter.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious.
However, new bombs that are spawned during the check bombs portion of the aftermath
Aren't going to.
they don't get
Okay.
checked. Yeah, so that way it doesn't go on forever. 1, 2, 3, just like that. So you don't have to worry about that this round.
Perfect. Now I don't have a bomb near me now.
No. Now, after bombs, the next thing to check would be crush spots. These are big red X's painted on the ground where anvils can fall on your head. There are none on this map, so we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
So the last thing we have to do is shrink the map. These are all double-sided. Do you guys want the alligator moat or the bloody barbed wire?
Oh, barbed wire.
Okay. So the barbed wire ring is going to come down just like this on the outermost ring of spaces.
Nice.
And then we're going to scoop our action cards up, and we're going to check to see who has gimmicks or other cards that activate now. So, I did manage to end up in my doggy bed there, so I get to take one of my cards and put it in a slot on my scheme.
Nice.
Mel, I don't think you have anything for the aftermath.
No.
Freddy, there are no players adjacent to you, so you get to flip your card over.
Nice.
Mad Cow, you are alive. Would you like to spend your hole to spin on the wheel?
Oh, that's a good question.
Spin the wheel.
May as well, right?
Sure.
May as well.
So you can go ahead and roll the die, and whatever number you get corresponds to the action on the wheel that you get to take,
A 4, which is the brain,
which means improvise.
which means improvise.
Oh, and does that activate now?
Right now.
Oh.
All right.
So that's the
I am
risk reward, right? If he were to have confused himself all 3 times, he could potentially roll this 3 times right now and
Right.
take 3 turns in a row.
So I don't think
You can hit
I
anybody.
can
with
hit
that.
anyone. So
So in this, an important rule about the attacks is that you always have to resolve as much of them as possible.
Okay.
Often that won't matter if you can't hit anybody, but with this one, actually, you do leave holes behind in the spaces that you target.
Oh, so he can still put 3 holes.
Exactly. He has to still aim
right.
the attack. Yeah. So
okay. So let's go.
Aim this way.
you could do that if you don't want to deal with the holes.
Yeah, because you're
let's,
setting holes in front of you as well.
Yeah, I know. Let's put the whole south.
Sounds good. I'll just show the attack card really quick here. So those 3 cards in front of him, spaced out just like that, are going to be receiving holes. So you're pointing the card south, which means the one right in front of you, 2 over, and then 2 over this way, but there's no space there, so we don't put
Perfect.
anything down. Perfect. Okay. Slappy is dead, unfortunately, and then that's the end of the round. So we've scooped our actions up. Dibs is going to get past 1 player
Oh, okay, right.
clockwise. If you're dead when this gets past you, you get to respawn.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so that's the main way you can come back to life, is if you're dead and Dibs comes to you, you're back in. There are other cards that can do it too, but this is the predictable one.
So is there? Well, there's only 2 more rounds after.
Up to 4. 4 is the last round that there will ever be. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go back to gaining quirks again, just like last time.
Oh,
Since
right.
you have Dibs, you're going to look at the top 2.
Right.
Pick the one that you want, exactly. Freddy, you get to draw the top one. Mad Cow gets to draw the top one. Unfortunately, Slappy's dead, so he doesn't get to draw one.
Oh.
Not making one as well. And so this goes next to your other quirk. So we're now all going to have 2 instead of just the 1.
The artwork is unreal. Alright, I'm going to be flaming mad.
I've got Mo targeting Mr. Piddle in the shower.
Nice.
What did you get, Mel?
The flaming mad?
Yeah.
So after you push or get pushed by a bomb, it explodes.
Nice.
And I got astral projection. When you aim an attack, you may originate it from any space. If you do, garbage this.
Oh, so it's a one-time ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Okay.
All right. I got Olay, which is thingamajigs skip your space instead of entering it. If they can't enter the next space, they will die.
So you're like a bullfighter,
okay.
and if you get somebody to run through you into a wall, they die.
Nice. Okay.
Mine is when I draw a quirk, I may trash it and draw a new one. If I do, I have to trash this one as well. So it gives me a redraw for a quirk, basically.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you didn't get what you were hoping
Yeah.
for.
Okay,
Nice.
and so now it's the beginning of a new scheming phase. So I can choose to move my thing to a new space, which I'm definitely going to, because if I stay there, I'm going to get crushed at the end of the round. So I think I'm going to put it right there. And then we're good to lay our stuff down.
Alrighty. I'm gonna do this and hope for the best. And it's gonna get really tight real quick here.
Yes, yeah. Honestly, it's not uncommon for games to end right at the end of the first round. Like it's
Yeah.
games can be
Like
very, very
everyone's
fast.
dead except for one.
The fastest game I've ever played was one person took one turn and then everybody died. No, there's a surprise card that can bring the central map cover down early, and it killed just about everybody.
Killed everybody.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a lot of tuning to make sure that doesn't happen too much. I think it's really funny when that happens, so the possibility is there, but ideally you should be seeing 2 to 3 rounds each game.
So you'd like in an evening you would play this multiple times because you definitely can.
Yeah, that's the hope. Is you set it up, you do a few games, and then maybe you go into your bigger game for the night afterwards.
Nice.
Okay, I think we're all good. Go ahead and start us
Oh
off.
yeah, I'm dibs. Okay, well I'm going south 1 space. Oh, this is nice over here.
I'm gonna improvise.
Oh no.
Alright, dead players respawn and fill their schemes with 3 random actions. If there are no dead players, then I think
So
I get
shuffle
to
them.
draw another
That's okay.
improvised card.
I'm just happy to be alive.
So you get to respawn. The way respawning works is the same criteria as when we started. So any blank space not adjacent to another player.
Okay.
You can go next to a bomb if you so choose.
Will I be choosing a new friend or same friend?
No, your friend never died, so that is still your friend.
What do you want to get a new friend for?
Well, if I could get close to them.
Perfect. Okay, go ahead, Mad Cow.
Alright, I am going west.
Okay, we'll see what Slappy's doing.
Again.
So
what happens?
if you have again in the first slot of your scheme, you have to stumble 1 space. So you're going to roll the die, and the number you get is the direction you're moving 1 space in. Let's hope it's not a 1. Okay, good. You would have walked into the...
So I'm slipping in?
Yes. So you're slipping into the oil. This is also your friend, which means you move an extra space. So you're sliding in and pushing your friend.
Uh-oh.
As soon as we get to this point, Mad Cow has hit this bomb spitter, so you're going to have to spit out a bomb.
But does that...
Oh, yes. Sorry. Thank you.
So Mel has to slip through my character?
Exactly. So Slappy steps onto the oil and pushes Mo. Because of Olay, Mo gets pushed through Mad Cow onto the other side, and then
spit the
sets off the
bomb.
bomb spitter. So you're going to roll that.
Okay, 3.
We grab the lowest numbered bomb that we have, and it also is a thingamajig, so it goes through you as well, and it's going to push Slappy right back. So it goes 1, slide, 2, slide, 3, which has pushed Slappy into the fan and killed him again.
You're not meant to be alive.
And so we're going to put this blood down. It overrides the holes. Whatever comes on most recently is what
Just
it
fills the holes to the top.
But because you were her friend and she pushed you, you're supposed to move 2 more spaces still.
So I fall in the barbed wire.
Exactly. The only reason we stopped there is because spaces take effect immediately, so you can interrupt the movement to resolve.
I would have done that.
So then you would move 2, 3, and
and
unfortunately,
I'm also
you're dead as well.
I'm also
Exactly.
dead.
So somehow Mad Cow just stood there and...
You know, I lived a long
dodged
time
everything.
from mosquito anyways, so
All right, and
That's
now it's
hilarious.
Freddy's turn. Oh, sorry, actually it's my turn after that.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
you're
gonna
dead.
go west. So I step here, and I'm going to spit out a bomb.
2.
This is a very bomb-heavy map. They're not all like this.
Right.
So we'll grab them before, 1, 2, just like that. Now it's Freddy's turn.
Alright.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna move
Things-
north 1.
Fall out of control like quickly.
Yes.
Alright, I'm headed north 1 as well.
North, so you're also spitting out another bomb.
Spit out
We
another
need more of
bomb.
those.
Right.
It's a 3.
So this bomb goes 1, 2, 3, and it actually pushes this bomb into the hole just like that. So that bomb goes away.
Swap.
Okay, and back over to me. I'm going north. So I step into my doggy bed here, and then over to Freddy.
Okay, and I'm going south. Here.
Because you can ignore
Yes.
now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice.
All right.
Oh, who knows?
Spawn us.
Hole.
Spawn us.
Recombulator.
Oh. Did you just kill absolutely everybody?
It's getting nuts. Okay, so that's 5 spaces long out from where I'm at.
So it would be out to here,
So
and then
out to
3
there,
forward.
and then 3 forward.
Oh,
So it
so
hits this
So
area.
it hits that area.
Dr. Piddle.
And what does that one do?
So we replace blood with holes and holes with blood.
Oh,
So-
blood's better than
Among-
holes.
So just
Only,
no,
these
only
just in
among
that
only among that
space.
area.
Among that
Yeah,
area.
so you're effectively doing that, and it doesn't say it does anything to victims, so I get lucky and nothing happens to me.
Oh, that is lucky.
Okay, and then I get to do my master plan as my last action. I'm going to choose improvise, so I get to draw.
Oh, because you could just pick whatever you want. That's nice.
I've drawn atomic fart.
Okay, of course.
This one is the same regardless of which way I aim it, so we'll just slap it down like that.
Right.
So it's 2 out in every direction, so it's a big square just like this, which means I only hit bomb number 4. Victims stumble 1 space, which means the bomb has to stumble 1 space.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
going to roll the die. The bomb goes south, so it ends up just like that.
All right.
And that's it for that one. Okay, now we're in the aftermath again. So first we check fans. This one is going to push bomb 5 to there. This one is going to pull bomb 3 to here. Freddy doesn't get pulled because your card is flipped. Your gimmick is flipped, I should say.
Right.
Then we check bombs. The lowest numbered bomb is 2. It's going to blow up, and it's going to throw Mad Cow 2 just like that. The next lowest is 3. There is nothing adjacent to 3, so it doesn't blow up. Then 4 blows up, and it throws bomb 5 diagonally this way. Unfortunately, your card does not protect you from thingamajigs, so this is going to go 1, push you onto the blood, which does not make you slide because of your card, but then the second will push you off.
And
And
you
then
guys
since
off.
it's on blood, it slides off now too. So
Okay.
bomb 5 is no longer there, so we don't check it. Thank you, sorry.
All right.
Okay, then we shrink the map. So we grab the next largest ring. We have
Does
the...
it come away?
no, it stays there. We have the toxic waste or the spikes.
May as well continue the theme.
Sounds
Let's
good.
sharpen points.
We'll slap that down right on the outer sides there.
Nice.
Our actions get scooped up, and then we check our end of round abilities. So, I am in my thing again somehow. I'm getting pretty close here. I get to put my second one down in any slot, just like that.
Nice.
And Mad Cow, you are alive.
It's just 2 of you.
But I don't have any holes.
You
Oh,
spent
he
that
spent
one
that
already?
last
I
turn.
spent that last turn.
Okay, so unfortunately,
I don't
nothing
have
to do.
anything to do.
Okay.
Okay, so now Dibs is going to get passed to Freddy, which means you get to respawn.
Amazing.
I like that you can come back in the game. That's cool.
It does get harder to find illegal space to come in, though, the
Yeah.
smaller the board gets.
It's a good touch though because it adds to like the chaos. Like
Right.
here's a new character coming in.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun when you go a whole game where somebody died right at the beginning and they come in the last possible turn and win. That's pretty fun. Which could still happen for Slap.
True. I'm hoping.
Okay, and then we're going to gain quirks. So, Freddy, you're going to gain. Look at the top 2 and choose the one you want. Mad Cow's going to gain this one, and I'm going to gain this one. And so now we each should have 3, unless you lost one from some other effect. I got Blast Guzzler. Bomb explosions don't affect me.
Oh, that's nice.
I got Pain Dancer. Before I aim attack, I can. Is
Shift.
that shift?
Yeah, that's
So
the one
just
where you choose
move a direction.
any direction, including diagonally.
So I can
We
shift
do
one
have-
space before I attack.
The player aid that shows the phase round and then all the icons as well, so that's nice.
That's right. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention that, but there is a reference card that has the phase structure and the icons on one side, and then there's a gimmick FAQ card for your specific character that
Yeah.
gives you some questions.
Hey, why did you guys
to
pass
answer.
these out at the beginning of the game?
It's standing
did.
right there. No, it's I love player aids. Don't make me pull out the rule book if you don't have to. That's
Yeah.
great.
We
Love
do
that.
also have a bigger icon legend. This isn't actually all the icons in the game. There's a fully comprehensive one on the back of the rulebook, so you can leave
Perfect.
it open.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
But this is just the most common ones. You'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah. That has been perfect.
Okay, so now we get to scheme. Let's see here. I get to. Well, I can move. I should probably move my thing again. Oops. I think I'm gonna put it right there.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and start us off.
Alright, so I'm moving one space west.
I'm going to improvise. Okay. Suck it. Steal one of the victim's quirks or move the victim until they're adjacent to you.
And don't forget you have your pain dancer there, so if you want to shift first, you can.
So I can shift first.
But shift is a roll of the dice.
No,
like-
stumble is a roll. Shift is you choose.
Okay, perfect.
So in this, I have to be straight in line,
Exactly.
obviously.
Wonder who you're going to choose.
Well, if I step forward one, I'll slip out of
Yeah.
Dr. Piddle's path.
And you're in
So
a
I don't think I have much choice here.
nice straight line now. I do love the components. Like the acrylic standees are amazing.
They are.
So detailed. I like that this one is face forward, this one is face backwards.
I think my favorite thing about them is that you don't actually have to put them into the stands.
Yeah, they're already attached. Right?
Yeah.
So, no, they do come out, actually.
Oh,
I
they
just,
do.
yeah, sorry, I pre-attached
But they
them.
stick
but
nice.
They
It's not
stick
like
pretty
they-
good.
They
yeah.
stay really well, yeah.
I just don't like when you have the cardboard ones and you put the
You
stand
lift and then
then
the
Yeah.
standee stays behind.
Well, no, and then they get the little wear in them.
Oh.
Yeah.
We did also design the tray so that you can store these while they're in the base, too, so you don't need to
Nice.
reattach them each time you
Yeah.
play.
That's excellent.
It's a lot of thought went into
Remind me
this
again,
game.
sorry. Oil moves you one.
Yeah, you
When
slide-
you're on, you slide onto the
Effectively, you
next one,
keep
right?
moving in the
You
same
keep-
direction until you aren't on
So
the
you
oil
could
again.
slide her into the spikes.
The spikes.
No, because I have to.
Yeah, but they're
No, I
buttons.
move them towards me though.
Oh.
Not
It's not-
shift
Push them?
first.
No, but if I shift, I'll be out of line of fire.
You would.
Yeah, if you shift this way, you would push her off the edge.
Or
And then you'd aim the attack after.
I could do this. Okay. this is such a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna do this, which moves me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's so good.
So
Okay.
I'm going to move this adjacent, but she keeps going. But because I have a lay, she slides through onto spikes.
Exactly.
Alright.
So really quick, I just want to
Okay,
go
yeah.
over that step by step for folks watching. So with his Pain Dancer quirk, he shifted one space south. He ended
And
up on
slid.
oil, which slid him.
Yeah.
Then the attack he shot out in this direction is supposed to pull the victim this way until they're adjacent. So he shot it this way, hit Freddy, and pulled Freddy until he was adjacent. But the adjacent space is actually covered in oil, so he had to slide an extra space. And because of your Olay quirk, he went
You
right
just
through
dodge it.
and ended up on the other side. That was a great move, actually.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, and then it's my turn. I'm going to go west, and I slide all the way over to here.
I figured that's probably what you were doing.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's do it again. Okay. What is this? The victim is replaced by a dead player of your choice. Their scheme stays empty.
But you're not hitting anybody with that.
Except I can shift.
Oh my god. It's true. Oh.
Okay, so obviously I need to step one step this way.
Oops. And this is the attack that's being aimed.
It's such a crazy
So is that the direction I send
Exactly. So
Dr. Piddles in?
for the yellow lines, imagine you're shooting a bullet that follows that path and
Yeah.
stops on the first thing it hits.
Okay.
So it would hit me right away and it would stop right there. So I would become the victim and you're replacing me with the dead player of your choice. So who's coming back?
Oh! Well, not Slappy, because they'll just want to be my friend again. What? I think Frady, I think you're in.
Nice.
I
Nice.
think you're in.
I was so close. I almost had them all.
That was fortunate. That was
Perfect.
fortunate for me.
Unfortunately, your scheme is supposed to stay empty because of the ghost injector.
So these two that I haven't done.
Exactly.
No. Okay.
Which means you're just going to do your third action. and
Okay.
Call it.
Okay, which
I hope you move away from the
I hope
edge.
it's not so.
I'm gonna mix it up.
You're going to confuse yourself?
I'm gonna confuse
Nice.
myself. Real mad. I don't have a lot of directions to go here. Well, just take one step south. It's fine. It's fine.
You're hoping for north.
I'm going east. Okay.
It's okay.
Just
It's
like
okay.
that.
No, the board's about to shrink
Except
though.
board's about to fall on me.
There's no bombs.
How you died
Okay.
twice and you're like about to win?
Yeah.
So now we're in the aftermath. First we do fans. This fan is going to push Freddy one space
Oh
to here.
no!
There's now a hole there. There's nobody next to the bomb, which means we shrink the map. And unfortunately, because nobody has any way, I don't believe, to avoid this.
Hold on.
No.
But if you're dead, could you do
Okay, I
anything?
have after a player stops moving in a space adjacent
Oh.
to you, you may move one space away from them.
There you go. So right here,
Yeah.
when he moved on his turn, you can activate that and
Oh,
move one
nice.
space away.
Oh, nice, nice.
Oh yeah, you're still alive.
Yeah, so you could go back one.
And
like
then the
this.
fan would push you back onto that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Little
awesome.
bit.
We almost had a no-winner game there.
But then the fan moves it back.
Yes,
on
now the
there.
fan moves you back.
But
Then we
you're
shrink
okay.
the map with this toasters with forks in it ring,
Force in it.
which is going to
That's
crush
hilarious.
Mad Cow, and that's it. Freddy wins.
Nice. Okay, this is
ultimate
so
win
cool.
for Friendly, though.
Sorry?
I think Freddy should extra win because he's now alone on the board.
That's a really good point. Okay, you win.
So
the,
you win
the
two
next game,
times.
too.
All right, so that was just a quick run through of the game Unscrewed. It's coming on Kickstarter on July 30th, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to stop the video here, but we're going to keep playing. So bye, everybody.